Do you have any?
Yeah, I've got some over here.
Okay.
Hey, it says we're live.
Yeah.
So we're live. I'm just waiting for a few notifications. See if anybody jumps in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, God. This ought to be fucking fun.
Yeah.
I don't think that's playing yet. No. I'll be on that one there. Yeah. All right. How many notes did you get? Any?
Oh, my phone. I didn't get anything. No, and my phone's on the charger.
Yeah, I stopped 4 minutes ago, but I got nothing from this. So.
Oh, let me. Oh, used and abused live.
Okay.
Is live.
Just got the
Facebook going,
notification. Yeah. And there's Kelly. Good morning, Kelly.
Morning, Kelly. I haven't got the YouTube one yet, though.
I found you on the Twitter too. Kelly's on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
You checking YouTube?
Yeah.
Your volume down?
As far as I know.
Obviously Kelly's is talking, so we know we're up on YouTube.
Oh, volume not down.
Obviously we're up on YouTube. Kelly's talking to us, right?
Yes. Watch used and abused. Well, it says
All right.
30 minutes.
Yeah, that was 30-minute warning.
Looks like we are live.
Well, yeah. Kelly says morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we gotta be live.
Yes.
So.
All right. So let's go ahead.
Oh, yeah. There it pops up. Finally.
Yeah. Finally.
Finally.
Okay. So.
Oh, Twitter's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, God. But it's still fun.
Yes, it is.
To a point.
Uh-huh.
Depends on who you follow.
That's true.
Don't follow everybody that gets butthurt over everything.
That's right.
But this ought to be an interesting, fun episode. But I guess before we get going, I guess we should get this going, huh?
We should.
Just, not banners. I almost screwed up again. We want this first, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right. And Kelly's making her morning coffee. Well, hello. Welcome. This is Use and Abuse. I'm Scott.
I'm Kim.
And this is episode 110.
Yes, it is.
Where we're going to be talking racing. And, of course, we're going to be talking about Elliot, Stewart,
yes,
Hamilton,
and
Almirola.
Yep, Almirola, yep.
There's significance to all those names.
Yes, there is. And we'll explain that as the episode goes on.
Otherwise, this could be called Let's Get Wet and Smack Fucking Walls.
I won't even go there.
Or let's dive into cops fucking full blast and not move.
We won't go there either.
Well, actually, they did move.
Yeah.
After they tangled wheels and one went flying into a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Catching 51 G's.
Yeah. We'll yeah.
Right. We'll get there, right?
Yeah, we will.
Get there.
We will.
I'm happy you got that stuff up because as you can see on the screen, I have not prepared for that.
I noticed that.
Damn. Look at this. This is why we do a duo show here.
Yeah.
You know, this is why you're my co-host, because if I did this shit by myself, we'd be fucked. This show would be fucked. And you know, we don't want to know. You go back to the original episodes and go, yeah, this show sucks.
I didn't think it did. I thought you did a good job.
No. Because the thing with that show, the original show, the music podcast part of it, was the fact that it was too scripted. And plus I wasn't doing live.
No.
I really don't think you could do a live show as a one person. I really don't.
It'd be hard, but you could probably
It'd
manage.
be a pain in the ass. I mean, it'd get better as you got your chat going and whatnot. But Other than that, I mean, yeah, I like the banter we have back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Plus, you help keep me on this. Well, especially now we're more unscripted than what we were. You help keep me. You try to bring me back to the tracks.
Yes.
After I derail, you like, no, dude.
Yeah.
You start putting the cars back on the track and say, come on.
Yeah.
This is where we're at.
Exactly.
And then sometimes I derail and totally forget where I was. And about 20 minutes later, I'll finally come back around to where I was.
Yes.
Which is normal. So that's why my kids get to deal with that.
Yeah.
So
you want to get some housekeeping out of the way before we start this party?
You want to get a house? Oh, yes, housekeeping. See, this is why you're on the show. Yeah, that's free. I go half an hour into the, or almost a full hour into the show. Go, oh damn! I forgot to do. But yes, Kim, we'll get some housekeeping out of the way. Let's start it.
Thank you to our Patreons, Luna Girl and Dragon Buddy, Don Delasnooch Solsky, Brady Big Lovin', Hannah, Mikey, Brinley, and Case.
Did you just realize that says patrons?
Patrons, yes.
Not Patreons.
Patrons. Well, I
know.
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. It's all in the way you pronounce it. It's the same thing.
Almost. Boise.
Boise, as in boy.
I ain't got a fucking Z in it.
No, it's boy.
C.
As in si, senor.
Si, senorita. Anyways, if you want to, now that I've completely derailed the housekeeping, let's join our Patreon. Go to patreon.com, search in the creator bar Used and Abused Pod. Check out the Pod family.
The Sidebar Cantina.
Yes, the Escape Pod. I about fucked that one up.
The Swede Studios.
Big Swede's Excellent Adventure.
And Tactical Swede.
Also, you want to check out a bunch of really cool friggin' I just went brain party. Yeah, other podcasts. And your likings are into the Marvel Universe / Star Wars / pretty much everything. Go check out the Red 5 Network.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're not part of Red 5 Network. That's fine. But I want to promote it. Not only is our boys ATSW The Escape Pod
part of it.
We're originally part of it, or a part of it. We're first a part of it. But so is Dave and Jason, the Sidebar Cantina.
Yes.
You want to say congrats again to both of them, especially congrats to Dave and Jason for getting part of that Red 5 Network.
Yes.
And they got some really cool friggin' people. I mean, a lot of them tune in. I obviously missed yesterday's episode of Sidebar Cantina, but it didn't really matter because they were talking about the Bad Batch, and yeah, I haven't seen the Bad Batch at all.
No,
it's not my cup of tea. Let's continue on to housekeeping.
Don't forget to smash that like button, and if you are new to the channel,
wait, you said smash.
And if you are new to the channel, please click subscribe, then click the bell to be notified when we go live and upload videos when we do that again.
You can find News and Views on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Mainly Instagram, Facebook. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter all get updated when I want to update them. Pretty much. Twitter's easy because I got that one. Yeah. I got that one that like the IFTT app. So it's pretty much if this or that, right? So pretty much when I upload a photo to Instagram, I automatically switch it to go to Facebook. So automatically it'll go to our Facebook page. But then eventually it will filter to our Twitter page.
Okay.
But then for some reason, an hour after it goes to Twitter, it pops up again.
Yeah, that's true.
Which drives me crazy.
Our email is usedandabusedpod@gmail.com, and is spelled out AND.
You can go to find our website, or just type in your search bar, usedabusedpod.com. Pretty simple.
Yeah. Go to tpublic.com to search for Used Abused. For our merch store, you can also find our merch store link on our social media and website.
Still need to work on that new shirt idea.
Yes.
To rant or not to rant?
That's true.
That is the question.
Yes, there's also a link on our website to our Patreon too.
Right, and just real quick, one more little bit of housekeeping. Later tonight, episode 111, we will be touching on part 2 of the Kiss A&E biography. Again, that'll be tonight, 7 p.m.
Eastern time?
Put Eastern. I put EST. What the fuck was I thinking?
It's EDT.
It's supposed to be, yeah, I know, but it's supposed to be just Eastern.
Yeah.
And just put Eastern. I think that's what I was thinking. Oh, fuck, I don't have access to the deal. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. We'll fuck with it later.
Oh, you got it on there?
All right. We're doing this shit live. One more.
Okay, now we need to put ET. I've got it.
Or you can just go EASTERN.
Oh, so you spelled it completely out, and I had the caps lock on.
I didn't realize you had the fucking caps lock on.
Well, I didn't realize you were going to spell it out. There. Oh, I missed the A.
Estern? The fuck is an Estern?
I don't know what an Estern is.
Is that like a fucking haboob?
It should be. Yeah, it should be.
Oh, good Lord. All right. Anyways, there, fixed it. All right, let's get back to what is. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is early. Hey, Tom. Oh. It's 10 minutes from home. It'll be spotty with comments until then. Well, at least it's spotty with comments, and we won't go there.
No.
What? What? You think you knew where I was going?
I don't know.
Well, it does concern Aunt Flo.
Yeah, I figured that's where you're going.
I figured I'd color code it a little bit that way. And Kim's over here dying already.
Oh.
We got racing news, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We got lots of racing news or just part?
We have actually.
We have a little bit.
We have a little bit, and just a minute, we'll start it out here.
Just a minute, we'll start it out? Okay.
Okay. So I had to take a drink so I wouldn't cough.
Oh.
Although I'm almost...
So I guess so at this point here, since you're getting ready to do racing news, we ought to do this.
Attention.
Yes. Exactly. Okay. So to start it out, on June 16th, Team Penske announced Thursday that Austin Cindric will take over the number 2 ride vacated by Brad Keselowski after this season. Now, before I'll go on with this, but then we'll at the end I'll explain why that's significant. Plans were stated last year. Plans were stated last year that Cindric would run his rookie Cup season in the number 21 Wood Brothers Racing. That changed with Keselowski's expected departure to Roush Fenway Racing as a driver and owner next season. With Cindric moving to the number 2, Wood Brothers Racing announced Thursday that Harrison Burton will take over the number 21 car after the season, which Matty D, we call him Matty D.
People want to say DeBenedetto.
Yeah. Will now be out of a seat. So now we don't know if he's going to return next year or not. Nope. There are a few seats that are opening up, but not a lot.
Right, because when we know Trackhouse bought they bought Chip Ganassi Racing.
Yes.
And so they'll have some extra seats.
Uh-huh.
Word on the street is Kurt Busch is going to go to 2311's second car. So he'd be a teammate of Bubba Wallace, driving for Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and that's
next season.
Yeah, and I know Colleague Racing is going to, I think, add another charter to their
right there. You got one. They got one charter coming in, and then I believe they're picking up a second or a third one. So they should be adding some extra cars. But again, we don't know what Matty D is going to do.
No, we don't know what Matty D is going to do.
Even he doesn't know what he's going to do.
No.
I know he recently ran some sprint cars.
Yes, he has, and he's run midget cars too. In fact,
sprint cars, cars, same fucking thing.
Well, he commented on Sunday when during the rain delay, and we'll get into the New Hampshire race here shortly, but he mentioned that it was the first time he was upside down.
Right.
So,
right.
But yes. Okay. So now,
Okay. Real quick though, we just found out something this morning.
There's where I was going with it.
As I logged on to Twitter on the computer here because we're going to use some shots from NBC SN here later, but I can mainly only pull them off of Twitter, so we won't have no audio from it, but you'll at least get to see what the hell's going on.
I hate it when
I-84 goes from 85 mile an hour to 65.
Oh,
amen.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
That was a good pump the brakes.
Yes, it was.
Literally pump the brakes down from 85 to 65.
Yeah.
What a joke.
I know. I hate it.
Shit's 85 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I'd rather know that to go back to no fucking speed limit.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, so we found this morning that Roush Fenway actually just tweeted this morning that they're going to have a big announcement.
Yeah, at
11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Which is
Eastern Time.
Eastern Time, which is
Eastern Daylight Time. My bad. You see, this is what happens when you live in a state that doesn't change.
I know.
Everything just say Standard Time.
I know.
You know, because we stay about Standard Time.
Yeah. So that's 8 o'clock here then.
Right. 8 o'clock in the friggin' morning, which I might be up for.
So.
Morning, Dawn.
Morning, Dawn. Oh, we don't have speed limits above 70.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, so Roush, I'm assuming that's going to be Kurt Busch, or not Kurt Busch.
Keselowski's official.
Brad Keselowski going to Roush Fenway as partial owner. So that way when Jack Roush decides to retire, he can step away.
Well, yeah, because Jack Roush.
But then the next question will be then, is Keselowski take over the 6th car?
Or
which then would kick out Ryan Newman, or does it take over the 17 car, which kicks out Chris Buescher, or do they bring in a 3rd team? Because I mean, at one point Roush had 5 teams.
Yeah.
And then they cut them all down to 2. He eventually cut down to 2, or do they come in with a 3rd team, which then they go with some whatever number is, a family number, for Keselowski.
Yeah. Well, I also too, and I don't know how true this is, but I was going through Twitter a couple of days ago, and this was before I knew about this big announcement, but there's also a little bit of talk on Twitter that might deal with Carl Edwards too, asking Carl Edwards to come back.
He won't come back.
Yeah. Well, I know.
I don't think Carl will come back. I really don't. So anyway, I guess I'll read this next one. July 17th racing news. NASCAR will not use the PJ1 traction compound this weekend at New Hampshire. Obviously, this is before the race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Reports Fox Sports reporter Bob Pockris. Initially, NASCAR was to put the compound down following the Xfinity Series race on Saturday, but decided against its use throughout the weekend due to potential weather. Well, Flippy. Oh God, Carl Flippy Edwards. Hey, it was cool though when he won a race. He freaking flip out a damn car.
I loved it.
I was waiting for him to freaking biff it though.
Yeah.
At least he never biffed it like Biffle.
That's true. And that one that was the SRX series that what did he try to step out?
Oh, fucking Doug Colby.
Yeah.
First fucking race at Stafford.
Yeah.
Fucking wins the goddamn race. Forgets that the goddamn half the doorway opens up. Falls on his ass trying to get out.
Yeah.
To accelerate. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's like, welcome to prime time, son. Oh Lord. Anyways, well, speaking of SRX,
yeah,
they had their 6th and final race on Saturday night on CBS.
They did, and we got a treat.
It was Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Yes, with a treat that Chase Elliot, Hendrick, and Napa actually loaned Chase Elliot to the SRX series to race on Saturday.
Well, they didn't loan. I mean, they allowed him to race.
Well, that's
Napa brought the sponsorship.
Yeah.
So they got to put Napa on the car.
Yes.
And yeah, it was a great night. Halfway through the second heat race, we were informed that Tony Smoke Stewart had won the inaugural championship.
Yep.
Which is, in a way, ironic. I mean, I know he's partial owner of the series, but the fact that he won the last IROC championship,
yeah,
and now won the first SRX championship is kind of cool, because this is kind of what they were looking for with the SRX series, would become more of that old school IROC series. Unfortunately, the differences between that and this is the IROC series used drivers who were driving current drivers from different series,
where this one uses superstars, as they call
it. Right. Well, they use guys who are past their prime, mostly
don't
retired
race anymore.
I mean, minus Chase racing this weekend.
Well,
let's run down the main event. And finishing 12th was Willie T. Ribbs. Unfortunately, he wasn't running.
No,
he got taken out in a wreck. 11th place was Marco Andretti. 10th place was Haley Deegan. She never got her handle on the car.
No, she never did.
9th place was Elio Castroneves.
Four-time Indy Cup or four-time Indy
500 champion, which he won his fourth one this year.
Yep.
8th place went to Tony Kanaan.
Yes, he also races Indy too.
7th place went to, I don't know why the hell they ever called Daryl Jaws, but fucking Michael should have the Jaws.
No kidding.
Dude, don't shut up.
No, he don't.
Anyways, Michael Waltrip. Anyway, he is funny though.
He is.
6th place went to Ernie Francis Jr., who is not an older. He's a young gentleman driving in the Trans Am series. He's really kicked some ass on this.
Yeah, he did.
I would say he's lit up some eyes that maybe
he has
might give him a shot coming to NASCAR.
Oh yeah.
Maybe in the truck series. 5th place went to Paul Tracy or PT.
Yep.
4th place went to Bobby Labonte.
Yes.
3rd place went to
Awesome Bill
from Dawsonville, Elliot. 2nd place was our champion, and that was Tony Stewart. And 1st place, Chase Elliott, who we find out not only did he look up to his father beginning of his career, but his favorite driver when he was younger was Tony Stewart.
Yes.
So he got to literally share the podium with his favorite driver and his father. That was cool.
Reason number 249. Why I need coffee in the morning. I just realized taking out the wrong podcast mug.
Oh, well. A mug's a mug. It all holds coffee. So, we talked about Nashville.
Yes.
Because one thing is, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been really adamant about wanting NASCAR to go to the Fairgrounds Speedway, which we used to run, back in the, 84?
Yeah, 84.
Something like that was the last time he ran there.
Go ahead and say what you're going to say, and then I'll say what I'll say about it.
Okay. I completely disagree with Dale Jr.
Okay.
I do not think we can take Cup there. I think...
This is the correct podcast.
We'll see. Oh, hell, I'm not even wearing a podcast shirt, which we had them ready for.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, well.
We'll wear them for the second
tonight.
show.
We'll wear them later tonight.
Yeah.
But the track is the infield is too small. You can't park a Holler. I mean, it's smaller than Bristol. This track's only a half a mile. Bristol's a half mile, isn't it?
Yeah. Bristol's a half a mile.
All right, you talk while I look this up, because I think I might.
If I talk, I'm going to give my opinion on this.
Give your freaking opinion.
Well, the Nashville Fairgrounds, I think if there was to be a little bit of improvement to it, like maybe... I'm not saying add any more bleachers. No, don't add any more bleachers.
There's only 14,000 friggin'.
Don't add any more bleachers. I mean, if NASCAR sells out 14,000, then they're doing good. But
they can sell out 14,000. You just can't sell out 100,000 anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, if they can make it to where maybe the infield might be a little bit, expand the infield, because those haulers are huge haulers. I mean, they carry everything from food to cars to car parts to everything in this one hauler. It's basically a traveling show, is what it is.
It is a traveling show. So NASCAR is a traveling
show. And I believe if they were to find a way to either expand it or even maybe have, maybe somewhere where it might be close enough to park the haulers, just have them come in, unload the cars, and then park them back out somewhere, I think it would work.
You think it would work?
Yeah. I think it would work.
It's a half-mile track.
So, I mean, and we fit...
But it's shaped different. It's not like Bristol.
No.
So
but the thing is if you can bring the haulers in under the bridge, because I know they said, I think they had a bridge there, unload what you need, including all of the pit crew stuff, the pit box, the cars, everything you're going to need. There's got to be another place they could park the haulers, or maybe make the infield a little bit bigger to park the haulers.
I don't know if you really make that infield much bigger.
Well, I'm sure
without fucking the track up.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, I'm sure there's another spot that's near the track that's right next to the track that might be available.
I agree with a lot of fans, or a lot of stuff I was reading on Twitter about it, and that is I wouldn't mind seeing the All-Star race go there.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Because one, we can get rid of the open.
Yeah.
The open. I mean, matter of fact, what we ought to do is hold the open championship, the open race, the week before.
I agree.
Like Charlotte or even at Bristol.
Yeah, I agree.
That way it's two different tracks.
Yeah.
You can host the open, and who are the top three out of that go into the All-Star race with the fan vote making it too.
Well, yeah.
And then the next week you race at like Nashville Fairgrounds.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
That would work too.
It would be interesting to see Cup cars going around it again. Yes, yeah. I will say that.
But you've also got a valid point too. NASCAR is a traveling show, just like F1's a traveling show.
One of the problems I have is, and it's not with this idea, is the person who threw her hat in the ring with their commissioners or whoever, the city council, when she first got word that NASCAR might be coming to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, versus the Super Speedway. And it's going to be too noisy. It's going to scare my cats. Hold on. Before you... And there can be so many people. Well, the place only holds 15,000 people. Okay. One, we're not asking... I don't think they were actually talking about bringing in...
extra bleachers. No, they weren't. They weren't.
They could, but anyways, here's my thing. Right next door to the place, they are right now currently building an MLS stadium, a Major League Soccer stadium for the Nashville soccer team.
Okay, so
hold on. Here's my thing, though. Right? This woman's worried about NASCAR fans. What the hell you think is going to end up with at the end of a soccer game? You're going to have probably 30, 40,000 screaming, friggin' drunk soccer fans coming out.
Yeah. Which is...
I mean, because Real Salt Lake packs it.
Yeah, I know they do.
Even when they're friggin' losing.
I know they do. That's what I was getting to. What is the freaking difference between an MLS field, which is a Major League Soccer field, where the beer is flow freely? I mean, it's as much beer as you want to drink, as opposed to cars coming in where, yes, there's beer, yes, there's other things, but I mean, come on, there's no difference.
Yep, their capacity 27,500 to 30,000 people.
Yeah, there's no difference between having a Major League Soccer stadium next door to where your cats, your cats that you're whining and crying about aren't going to get scared when they hear fireworks pop off, when they hear people come out drunker than a skunk in the middle of the daytime.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing is, what we ought to do? You know what we really should do?
What?
Put a phone call into Provo, Utah.
To
BYU, move to Tennessee. Hey, the one thing you're not going to have come out is a bunch of drunk fans from a BYU game.
That's true. That's true.
You know damn well they ain't serving alcohol.
No, they don't.
Hell, they probably barely serve Coke.
I'm sure of it. I've never been to a BYU game. Never want to go to a BYU game, but hey.
No, I've never really wanted to step foot in inside that fucking stadium.
No, me neither.
I wanted to go out and paint the fucking white pink.
Yeah.
Or purple. Nowadays, I wouldn't mind just painting the fucking rainbow color.
Yeah.
Just to piss them all off.
Well. So.
Me, church stuff. Oh, Lord. Anyways.
Oh, this is so true, Kim.
So what do you think? What was your thoughts of the 6th race season for SRX?
I liked it. I want it to come back.
Yeah, right. Want it back now, motherfucker.
Yeah, I want it to come back. I love SRX.
Yeah, I severely enjoyed it.
I like the comments that I like some of the comments that Ray made throughout the season.
Right.
Hopefully they behave themselves.
At the stadium? I mean, I can see in Provo because they do got bars in Provo. I want to know at the stadium? I'll be shocked as fuck if they're selling. Well, wait, no, I wouldn't be.
No,
it's all about making money.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. I'll retract that completely.
Yeah. Hello, really?
Right? Oh, so they just hide the drinks.
Oh, got it. Okay. Got it.
Damn, that makes you want to go back up there, go to church on Sunday, and call everybody a fucking hypocrite.
Why not?
Everybody said they went to the BYU game. I mean, it really does.
I know.
It's kind of bad as bad. It's oh god. Okay, I'm gonna pump the brakes for a minute on this hypocrite thing. I'm gonna bring something up that I experienced a long time ago. This is fucking early 2000s, like 2002. I worked for a casino, Red Garter Casino in West Wendover, Utah, or West Wendover, Nevada, not Utah.
Don't even get that confused.
Anyways, I worked there, and you know they always have those little buses come over from Utah, right?
Yeah.
And I'm literally cashing this guy out.
Continue to talk.
Right. And while I'm cashing this guy out with his chips and his coins and all this shit, right? All of a sudden his buddy comes up to him and says, "So, what you're talking about tomorrow in priesthood session in our elders quorum?" And I'm listening to this going, okay, I can't wait to hear this. You know, this is what it was, Kim. You ready?
Yeah.
The evils of gambling. My mouth dropped open, and both of them looked at me and said, "Did we say something?" And I'm like, "Oh no, you know, I'm on the clock. I can't say a fucking thing at this moment. I'm pissed because I just want to go off."
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, God, and that really just changed my whole fucking life.
Oh yeah.
No, just soda. Oh, well, yeah, you're right, Tom. Yeah. Well, there was a rule. It wasn't a rule, a church. Kim.
Yes, dear.
There was never a church rule on soda, was there?
No.
So that was just kind of the adult members being assholes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just figured we get that. We get to that.
I grew up on Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, your dad's a huge Coke drinker.
Grew up on soda.
He always gives me a shit about drinking Mountain Dew or eating Pepsi products.
Yeah, I grew up on soda.
Anyways, I think it's time to go to F1.
Oh, good.
Formula One.
Good. My favorite topic that I can bitch about.
You sure? You sure you're gonna be bitching?
I'm gonna be bitching.
All right, well, I'll get the F1 going while you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing.
I had to get me some more water.
But it's time for a little Formula One.
Excellent.
And we were this Sunday. We were at the British Grand Prix.
Yes, we were.
On Saturday, they held a sprint race.
Yes. Sorry if you heard any plastic rumbling. I have tortillas.
She doesn't know how to not make noise.
I'm sorry.
But they use a sprint race pretty much for qualifying.
I think that's cool though.
Yeah, it was a good first couple laps, but then it kind of meh.
Tell me what sprint race doesn't go Even in the junior series, sometimes it goes
Yeah, but that's because the fucking junior series runs 21 laps.
That's true. Well, I mentioned they should have it half this distance of the original feature.
Okay, but the junior series runs like 30, 31, 32 laps for their feature.
Yeah, but their sprint race is half of that.
No, it's not. It's more than half. 21 laps.
Okay, so it's 3/4 of it.
Right. So, I mean, how the fuck can you call an F2 and F3 a sprint race?
I don't know, but they do it.
Anyways, F1 wasn't wanting to even call it a race.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, every time Crofty said race, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that.
No.
It's like, the fuck is it then?
Yeah.
They stopped on the grid.
They did.
5 red lights came on.
5 red lights went out. To me, it's a
and they waved the green flag in the back of the grid like they always do.
To me, it's a race.
That fucking sounds like a race to me. And these guys took off like a bat out of hell.
Yes, they did.
Racing each other for positions.
Yes, they did.
And then at the end of this motherfucker, a checkered flag came out.
Yeah.
A black and white checkered flag.
Yes, just like at the.
Is that a fucking race?
That's a race to me.
Sounds like a race to me too. Anyways.
So
it reset our grid. So we did hold a proper qualifying session on Friday.
Yeah.
To set up the sprint race.
Yep.
And then so Lewis Hamilton had pole leading into that. Then we got the sprint race for pole position. And your driver, Max Verstappen, out drove Lewis and put it on pole for the race for the British Grand Prix.
Yep. And ended up with 3 points. And Lewis, I think, ended up with
2 points. And then Valtteri Bottas ended with 1 point, which, again, I don't know why I guess we got to give them points because they used a little bit of their engines and tires. And, well, the tires were free. And, yeah. So, I guess because they had to put a little wear and tear on their cars. I don't know. I mean, that much of it I thought was kind of stupid.
I did too.
Anyways, so we get to Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're now at Sunday.
Everyone's on the grid.
Yes, everybody's on the grid.
They go around for a little formation lap.
Yes, they do.
No big deal. Warm up tires.
No big deal. No problems. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. We kind of had a problem in the back of the pack.
We always do.
They're all dragging feet.
They always do.
So they all get lined up on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the guy in the back waves the green flag.
Yeah.
And as he does, 5 red lights come on. 5 red lights go off. Crofty always says, lights out, and away we go. Dive into turn 1, and Max and Lewis are side by side, fight for position. Max comes out on top into turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
They go into turn 2. Max still got position. Come around to the first DRS zone after like turn 5, I think it is.
Yes.
We had a fucking map that tells all the turn names.
Yes, we did.
And I fucking don't have it, so I apologize. We're not giving the proper names to all of our British fans. Anyways, so we go down the first straight with DRS, but no DRS because it's only first lap. We don't get reduction system until after 3 laps. Lewis has got it run on Max. He's drafting off of Max, pretty much drafting.
Yes.
They call it different, but we call it drafting over here.
Mm-hmm. Slipstream, they call it
right?
Slipstream.
And Max pulls down to the inside so you can have the inside of the next corner. Lewis does probably almost fully pass him, but he doesn't.
No.
Max takes the inside. Lewis backs off.
Mm-hmm.
Go through the next S section. Come down to the old pit straight.
Yes.
And then they head for Cop's corner. Where, again, Lewis gets a nice slipstream off of a Max. Pulls up alongside of him. They go into the corner side by side. And all of a sudden, Lewis's front tire hits Max's rear tire. Max skids across the track, across the gravel, and hits the tire barrier at 51 G's.
Yep.
51 times your body weight.
Yes.
So, I wonder where we're going to go on this one. So at this moment, we're watching it. We're watching all the replays. Because right off the bat, once they realize Max is okay.
Yeah. Max is fine.
He's shaking up. I mean, obviously he's fine.
Yeah.
You hit the fucking side wall that. I mean, side that hard. I mean, you're gonna fucking feel it. So they start showing these replays. We watch all the replays
from every angle possible.
Yeah, helicopter.
Well, we thought.
Huh?
We thought every angle possible.
No, it was from every angle possible that TV had.
Yeah.
Obviously, stewards get a little bit more. We're not there yet. We're not talking about stewards yet. We're not talking about the stewards yet. Swear to God, I'm gonna buy you a cage. Jesus. So we watch all the damn replays. I come to a conclusion myself by watching all these replays that it is a racing incident.
Yes.
It was first lap. They were driving each other hard, racing hard, trying to get position.
Yes.
Because pretty much whoever gets position is pretty much going to be the leader of this fucking race.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got no harm, no foul. Oh, yeah. You got both Tom and Kelly talking about your growling. So, again, and your thoughts of this part of it. Did you consider it a racing incident, or did you consider Lewis Hamilton took out your driver?
I consider it a racing incident because it was just hard racing on both parts, on both drivers' parts. Both of them won the same as they said real estate, and it ended up in an accident.
Now, of course, Karun, the Sky Sports guy, he goes to the Sky Pad, slows this shit really way down.
Yeah.
And literally spins it real slow. So you're just watching Max turn in. He realizes Lewis is next to him. He drifts back out just a twitch and then kicks it back in, and then they touch. Give in to your anger. She will. Don't worry. So at this point, Martin Brundle, who's co-lead commentator with David Croft, has stated in his opinion, just like in my opinion, just like in your opinion, we felt this was a racing incident.
Yeah.
No penalty. Should be no penalties, no nothing, right?
Yeah. Even a former driver, I think Rosberg even said that too.
No, Jensen Button was there.
Oh, Jensen Button, yeah.
So, again, Croft even said he don't expect to be any
penalties.
Deal. So eventually we get this point where it goes to the stewards. Yes, we're working on completing her journey to the dark side. But then we find out that the stewards are investigating. Hold it. Because before we get there, we've got a little audio to play. What you're going to hear in this, after all this, they red flagged the race.
Yes,
they got to fix the tire wall.
Yeah.
They got to get Max's car, which is still live.
Yeah.
So they can't even touch the fucking car until Red Bull get their mechanics out there to turn off the fucking batteries.
Yeah. Because the mechanics are the only ones that know how to turn the batteries off.
Right. So the car's live. So if anybody touched it, they would have got electrocuted.
Yeah.
Which I want to know what kind of fucking shit's going through these things. But they didn't use traction compound at the NASCAR race. But we're not there yet. We're still at F1. They don't use that. They definitely don't use it there.
No.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we red flagged the race.
Yes.
At this point, unlike NASCAR,
yes,
and Formula One, they're allowed to change tires. They're allowed to fix any damage for like items or same weighted items.
Yes.
They just can't make huge changes.
Huge major changes.
So no harm, no foul, right? So then we get, as they're talking, we get a few, obviously you got the commentators giving their opinions about everything. They're talking to everybody, trying to get more opinions. And then we're going to get this little tidbit here. So what you're going to hear is literally about a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah.
Audio conversation. And you're going to first hear from Christian Horner.
Yes.
To Michael Massey of the FIA.
Yes.
He will first talk.
Now, Christian Horner, just to kind of do a background, is what they call the principal of the team.
Right. He's principal of Red Bull.
Yes, he's the principal of Red Bull.
Then we're going to hear from somebody, the sporting director from Mercedes, real quick. It's a real quick clip. They didn't take the full, I don't know why they didn't take the full clip and give it to us. But again, we're running by FIA TV. So F1 TV, where they pretty much let out what they want to let out. And then whatever they don't want to let out, they don't let out.
Yeah. And then you'll eventually hear from...
Then you'll hear from Jonathan, who is from Red Bull.
Yes. He is the sporting director.
Sporting director of Red Bull.
He
and then...
the traction compound with Crisco and have some real fun.
And then we're going to hear from Total Wolf who is...
CEO
principal of Mercedes.
And he's also CEO too.
Mercedes AMG Petronas.
Yes.
So what we're going to do at this moment is I'm going to actually, as I hit this, I'm going to turn, I think I'm going to turn these down. Maybe. Let me slide these around. So sorry if you hear anything. Yeah. I'm going to turn down the microphones.
Okay.
So Mike's going to go off for a minute and we're just going to let this play. And hopefully if you don't hear anything, let me know.
Yes, please.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Michael, have you got a minute?
Hello.
Yeah, Michael, look, that corner, he was never anywhere near alongside. Every driver that's driven at this circuit knows you do not stick a wheel up the inside at Cops. You know, that's an enormous accident. And it was 100% Max's corner. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, full blame lays on Hamilton, who should never have been in that position. So, you know, you could have had a massive, you know, accident. Thank God he's walked away unscathed. So I hope you're going to deal with it appropriately.
Understood, Christian. That's why it's just gone up now that things have calmed down for a second as under investigation by the stewards.
I had a chance to look at that footage. Lewis was significantly alongside on the inside of turn 9.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
I've watched this replay several times now, Michael, and I'm feeling really cross about it.
Understand, Jonathan, which is why the stewards are obviously investigating it at the moment.
But that corner there, Michael, that's not a place to stick a wheel up the inside of a car.
No, I completely understand your perspective, Jonathan, which is why the stewards are investigating it, and that's why they are there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Michael, this is Toto.
Go ahead, Toto.
Michael, I just sent you an email with the diagrams where the car should be. Did you receive that?
Toto, I don't access my emails during a race deliberately because I concentrate on the race.
Yeah, then you should maybe look at this because there is something with the rules. I'm coming up.
No problem. I suggest if you want to, Toto, feel free to go upstairs and see the stewards directly.
All right, now we're back live, so you should be able to hear me. All right. An interesting back and forth there between each of the teams. I think the one I love the most is the one at the end. Is Total Wolf telling Michael that he sent him an email, and Michael's like, I don't have time to look at I don't look at my email during a race.
Yeah.
So then what you guys don't get to hear is right after that was played, then all of a sudden one of the commentators from Sky Sports mentions that now they see Total Wolf running.
Yes.
And he had to direct him to the right way because he actually went the wrong way. He went to the media center instead of to the steward's office. Which is kind of funny.
Yes.
So we get done. This is all obviously the steward's looking at, so this is under investigation. We go back green. No harm, no foul.
That's right.
Charles Leclerc is from Ferrari is leading this race. We're going to get into breaking it down, but pretty much we wanted to touch on this part first before we break down all the rest of all the teams and how they finish their race.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, probably 2-3 laps maybe more than that, maybe 5 laps more after we've gone back green, no more instances. Mm-hmm. It pops up on the top of our screen, on top of the TV screen saying, in red, saying time penalty. Lewis Hamilton, 10 seconds for causing a collision. Again, my opinion, this was not Lewis. Lewis did not do this on purpose. I mean, they're racing for a championship.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hard. We want hard racing, you know. Otherwise, we might as well just fucking handcuff them and don't allow no passing. It's just follow the leader. Whoever gets pole gets to win the race. I mean, it's pretty much what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kim, what's your thoughts on this? Because you are a Red Bull fan.
I am a Red Bull fan.
What are your thoughts on the 10-second time penalty to Mercedes Lewis Hamilton for causing a collision?
Unnecessary, stupid, ridiculous, and the stewards don't know what the freak they're talking about.
Ooh, you held that one.
It's the same stupid stewards that were at the Austria Grand Prix 2 weeks ago when they had back-to-back races and they passed out bullcrap penalties. Bullcrap penalties. Just like they passed out a bullcrap penalty for Sainz and Russell.
You can't say bullshit.
Well, it was a bullshit penalty that they assessed to Russell and Sainz.
We didn't. That's right. I didn't talk about that. Right. I didn't talk about on Saturday. George Russell got a penalty.
Yeah.
For just barely wheel bumping.
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz on the first lap again.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was the first lap we let him race.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then after that, we start. We start. You know. Then if they have a collision.
Yeah.
Fine.
Those just like you said, those freaking stewards, all they want to see is nose to tail. Whoever ends up first, just follow the freaking leader, and whoever's first is first, whoever's second is second, and whoever's third is third. Don't even give them a chance to race. Don't even give them a chance to show their talent, because you're going to be handing out bullshit penalties. Unnecessary bullshit penalties. And talk about consistency. There's no freaking consistency. Every track has different freaking stewards, and that could have been just a racing incident at one track, where at Silverstone it was a 10-second unnecessary 10-second penalty for Hamilton.
Right. Well, I mean, we're talking about, we're going to talk about it here. You know, in 2 weeks we go to Hungary.
Yeah.
Which will have different stewards. Because they don't have the same stewards race after race after race.
And if they want freaking consistency, then have the same freaking stewards race after race after race. I mean, just hire people just to go from track to track and be the stewards.
I mean, I guess that's the one plus of NASCAR. They got the same people working every week.
Yeah. That's what NASCAR's got going for them.
Is that the only thing NASCAR's got going for them?
Is at least their officials go, if they go to Texas, they end up following them over to New Hampshire.
Okay. Tom's going hungry right now. Well, eat something then, Tom.
It was just it was a bullshit penalty.
Right. And I don't want to stay on this one all day because, I mean, unfortunately, some bullshit came out from Sunday to Monday where not only the FIA or F1, Mercedes, and then even Red Bull had to literally put out statements saying they do not condone the racial attacks on Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, because he was getting racial slurs and racial attacks on Twitter because of what happened.
Well, that's that. I mean, they're putting up. I mean, I guess they were putting up monkey emojis. I mean, I saw some of this shit and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it personally. I saw people, like showing pictures of it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, people were reporting it to Twitter left and right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's uncalled for. One, what I didn't play there was the minute they first came, or just right after it happened, probably as they went by the start finish line after it happened, Lewis keys the mic and asked if Max is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's worried about it.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, Lewis didn't do nothing heinous.
No, he didn't do nothing
wrong. He wasn't trying to kill Max Verstappen.
No, he was racing as hard as Max, and they both wanted the same real estate.
Either one of them could have backed out of it.
Yeah, and neither one of them backed out.
The only difference is what we're eventually going to, eventually what's going to happen is both of them take each other out.
Yeah.
That'll be the next step.
Well, yeah.
You know, and I guess maybe that might be what the stewards were looking at. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck they were looking at.
Well, whatever the fuck they were looking at, it was the wrong call.
So let's go ahead and get into this, and we'll get down to the brass tacks and go through the results of the race weekend.
And we're going to do it team by team. So if you hear us say Mercedes, that's a team.
Well, we'll tell you the two drivers that we're talking about, obviously, Kim.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and go, but.
No, what I'm trying to say
I know what you're trying to say.
is each team, just kind of give you a little background of what we're going to do. Each team in F1 has 2 drivers. So you got a total of 10 teams, 2 drivers, 20 cars.
Right.
And so what we'll do is when we break this down, we'll give you the team name, Mercedes, their 2 drivers, Red Bull, their 2 drivers, where they ended up. And
well, obviously, Max ended up dead last.
Yeah.
But also, we're going to go over the race awards. We'll do that right here in the beginning.
Yes.
The DHL Fastest Lap Award goes to Sergio Perez.
Yes.
Who, again, we'll talk about where they put those tires on right towards the end of the race.
Yeah.
To pretty much fuck his goddamn 1 point to take a. Red Bull made no sense on that one.
And see,
but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
This was shocking. DHL fastest pit stop of the race went to the Williams team. Their fastest pit stop was 2.10 seconds.
Wow.
And then driver day, which is voted on by the F1 fans or people, you know, if you're watching the race live, they'll tell you to go to f1.com/vote.
Yeah.
Where you can vote for the driver of the day, and that went to Charles Leclerc of Ferrari.
Yep.
And there's a reason why it went to him. So what do you want to do? Start from the beginning, the top, or you want to go from the bottom up?
Let's go from the bottom up.
All right, we'll be different. So let's just go real quick with the 2 DNFs. Obviously, one's Max Verstappen from Red Bull Racing.
Yes.
His teammate Sergio Perez
finished
16th,
which
1 lap down. And again, that was Sergio was up to P9 when they decided Red Bull decided to pit him for a set of red tires, or what we call soft tires, to take away the 1 extra point from Lewis Hamilton.
Which I think was bullcrap.
Or fastest lap of the day.
Which I think was bullcrap because they would have had 1 point towards the Constructors' Championship if they would have left him.
Right. And what I want to bring up is in F1, fastest lap gets if you're in the top 10, you get 1 extra point.
Yeah.
If they would have left Sergio in 9th place at the time, he would have had 2 points.
Yeah, he would have.
So you would taken away. He would have added 1 point to Red Bull.
Yeah.
While taking away that 1 point from Hamilton.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. It's Red Bull's doing, not mine. I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
I don't know.
The other non-classified, so in other words, the other DNF was Sebastian Vettel,
who
of Aston Martin. He believe
there was something wrong with the car, but I don't know if they ever said it was.
No, it was probably mechanical. Because he did spin out 1 point, and so he probably I don't know. They got this thing where if they can actually, as long as it's a legit reason, they can pit the car or make the car DNF, and then
before the end of the race,
and then the next week they don't have to. There
won't be a penalty if they have to change a gearbox,
engine, or whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the actual classifications. I'm sorry. Aston Martin's his Sebastian Vettel's teammate is Lance Stroll, and Lance finished at P8.
Yeah.
Really didn't hear much from Lance all day.
No.
He had pretty much an uneventful day, but that was 4 points for his daddy's team.
Yep.
So, all right.
Next up in
P18 and P17, we have the Haas, the American team, the Haas F1 team.
Out of those 2 drivers, there's only
18th was
really
Mick Schumacher, and 19th was his teammate Nikita Mazepin.
Yeah, Nikita Mazepin spinning all the time.
But he didn't spin. He got. Anyways, we really didn't see much of these guys on TV because they're dead last and they suck.
Well, that's not their fault.
Sorry, Gene Haas, but as far as the American team goes, fuck you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, that American team can go to hell. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well,
I don't. I'd rather root for fucking Mercedes or Ferrari.
Well,
or Red Bull. We already talked about Sergio. P15 was Alfa Romeo with Kimi Raikkonen.
And his
teammate is Antonio Giovinazzi, and he finished 13th. Kimi, the old man, finished 15th.
Yep. Massive.
Again, not much for them either.
No.
I don't remember much seeing it. I think a lot of it was right after the fucking Lewis and after the Lewis Max incident.
Everybody just watched their P's and Q's because they knew the damn stewards were going to hand out bullshit penalties if they decided they wanted to show their talent.
So let's go on to the next team. That is Team Williams. And their drivers, Nicholas Latifi in 14th. And George Russell
in 12th.
Finished 12th. Again, both of them were a lap down. George Russell finishes the lap down, so the top 12 cars were one lap down. Or 12th and down, I should say. 12 through 20 or 18, actually, that were what they call classified, were a lap down and received no points.
Yes.
Again, I don't remember much from Williams that day.
No, I don't.
Besides, George fell backwards.
Yeah.
It was definitely a home race for George, and he didn't really give much of a showing in that home race.
No, he didn't.
P11 and P10 go both to AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri. Where the hell? Like you said earlier.
AlphaTauri, yeah.
Tomato.
That's right.
Car. Mario or Mario.
Mario.
Almost got you.
Yeah.
Almost got you. All right. So
AlphaTauri
finishes P11 with Pierre Gasly. So no points for Pierre.
Nope.
And P10 with Yuki Tsunoda.
Which he ended up with one
point. And we'll go to Alpine next.
Yep.
Their two drivers are Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso. Esteban finished 9th.
Yep.
With 2 points. And his teammate, the old man, two-time F1 champion, I believe, Fernando Alonso finished P7 with 6 points. We've already talked about Lance Stroll in P8. P6, we go to Ferrari.
Yes. Now,
and Ferrari's driver, Carlos Sainz,
finished 6th.
Finished P6, and his teammate, young Charles Leclerc, who got the driver of the day, finished P2.
Yep, and he probably would have finished P1, but
Ferrari sucks right now. Their engines can't keep up with Mercedes or Red Bull.
No, they can't.
But and the thing with like Perez is he started the race. Sergio Perez from Red Bull started the race from the pit lane.
Yeah, he did.
So he wasn't even near the top of the start. But a good showing from Carlos. Unfortunately, behind the two McLarens, which is Ferrari's trying to get ahead of the McLarens.
Yeah.
Because that's who they're battling this year in the constructor title. But Charles, after that wreck between after the tapping between Lewis and Max, actually right afterwards, he took the lead from Lewis.
Yeah, I did.
And he held it for a while.
Yeah, he did.
But eventually, Lewis, faster car, faster everything. They, unfortunately, he ended up beating him.
Yes.
And passing the Ferrari for first place.
Yes.
P5, P4 go to Team McLaren.
Yes.
Team McLaren, first driver in P5 was Daniel Ricciardo.
Yes.
And his young British teammate Lando Norris finished P4.
Yep.
Where we expected them to finish.
Yeah.
At one point, Lando Norris actually had a good jump on Valtteri Bottas.
Yeah, he did.
Which we'll talk about here in a minute, where he's actually in the top 3, but then eventually that Mercedes did get him.
Yes.
To pass him back. And the final team to talk about.
Oh, yes.
If I really had the music, I would really literally play this for this team because they are pretty much the empire since we've gone to the current era of the hybrid engines, and that is Team Mercedes.
Yes.
Get down. I can do it without having it.
I know.
Anyways, P3, Valtteri Bottas.
Yes.
And then P1, winner of the race, Lewis Hamilton.
Yes.
Now, Valtteri Bottas. Let's talk about him for a minute. The first start of the race, he loses a position to Norris.
Yeah, he does.
Then, when they reshuffle, say, and he has a second restart, he actually gets beat at that time by, I think it was Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
It was Carlos.
So 2 times, 2 restarts, a standing starts.
Yeah.
Off the line, push, hit the clutch, let go, haul ass, changing gears. Valtteri Bottas cannot beat a McLaren or a Ferrari off the line.
Which is sad because Mercedes has a good engines.
All right. And then, of course, we've already talked. I mean, we talked about that early incident with Lewis Hamilton. But again, he came back and won the race. He celebrated with the fans. He was so happy. Again, they had 140,000 fans there this weekend.
Did.
And that was amazing. He got a chance to celebrate with the British crowd.
Yeah, he is
British.
He is British, but he just feeds off the crowd's energy.
He does. So we're going to go to the point standings real quick. We're just going to go over the top 5, I guess. Kim?
Yeah.
So still in first place with 185 points, Max Verstappen.
Yes.
In second place with 177 points, Lewis Hamilton.
Lando Norris is in third.
With 113 points.
Fourth is Valtteri Bottas.
With 108 points.
And fifth is
Sergio Perez with 104 points.
Wow.
But the thing is, with their drivers' championship, it pays no money.
No.
Not like our NASCAR championships do. Their money making comes from the constructors' title.
Yep.
So sitting at 289 points is
Red Bull Racing.
Followed in second with 285 points by Mercedes. Really followed down the line at 163 points.
McLaren.
It's pretty much a 2-horse battle now for the constructors.
It is.
Is McLaren in third. Fourth place with 148 points is Ferrari.
Yep.
Fifth place with 49 points. That's a big ass gap too. Is AlphaTauri.
Yep.
In sixth place with 48 points is Aston Martin.
Yep.
In seventh place with 40 points is Alpine. Eighth place with
2 points.
2 points, Alfa Romero Racing.
Romero, yeah.
And tied for ninth place is, literally Williams and Haas with no points.
Yeah, well.
And really don't expect nothing out of Haas because they aren't doing shit with their car this year.
No, they're not.
Pretty much Gene Haas, or pretty much the season this year for Haas is, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
We'll just take your million. We'll just take your sponsorship money and we'll build for next year is what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is disgusting, in my opinion.
It is, because they got one of the best drivers on their team in Mick Schumacher, and they're sitting there screwing his driving up.
You know what? You know how America. The sad part about Haas is this what they make America do, or how they make America feel.
Well, we're waiting.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
All right. You got everything off your chest now for F1?
Yes.
We'll move over to NASCAR?
Oh, yeah.
Again, like we mentioned, the NASCAR race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway had no PJ1, no traction compound.
Which made it good.
Okay. And the race distance is 300. It's literally called the Foxwood Resort Casino 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Distance of the race is 300 laps, or 318.46 miles. The stages were lap 75, 185, 301. Again, now this time I didn't write down shit for stages. And the competition caution was at lap 30 due to the fact that we didn't have practice or qualifying. And we learned one other thing too this week. When they don't hold practice and qualifying, they don't bring backup cars. All right, well, we're not talking about backup cars, Kim.
No, but yeah.
We're not talking backup cars, Kim. We're not talking backup cars, Kim.
No, I know we're not talking backup cars, but you know why I'm growling.
I know why you're growling, because we got a green flag And let's do this the right proper way. So let me switch this over. This ought to be interesting. I'm not sure. I don't think you guys are going to get sound because you shouldn't get sound because for some reason, I mean, the way that everything's got set up, I've got to get the sound to go through the soundboard, and I don't have it set up that way from the computer itself. But let me switch over to this other screen and let you watch pretty much lap 6 of this race. So the green flag happens.
Yeah.
They go around 1 lap.
Yeah.
And then they go around 2 laps.
Yeah.
When they go around 3 laps, we start seeing a little bit more on cameras.
Yes, we do.
By 4 laps, we see a bit more on cameras.
Yes, we do.
5 laps, 5th lap, your driver, Martin Truex, sitting in 2nd place, slips up a little bit with a lot more moisture on the camera. And then we get to turn or lap 6, and then this happens. So give me a minute. Well, full size the screen. Do we got Evie in here? Can you pull what I'm up here with?
With what?
Pull that up to YouTube just so I can see.
Okay.
We can see it go. Okay. So
Let me go ahead and get into it. Okay, here we go. Episode. Yep, right here.
all right. So let me go ahead and switch the screens.
Okay.
Screen now should switch.
Or growls.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work or not.
It looks like it's working. I see it's working.
Yeah, we'll see if it goes full screen. No.
Hold on.
Eeny, meeny, my. Ooh.
It's just behind. It might go full screen. Can you just give it just a moment?
No, it ain't working.
Click for full screen.
Not you. What does it say down there? Ah, fuck. All right, so this ain't gonna work. All right, so let's keep it small screen. All right, focus on that big NBC screen. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, just a big NBC screen.
There. Just to see that again, I'm gonna rewind it. Not sure if you guys can hear. Right there is Bush spinning, then Truex spinning, and everybody else starts to slow down, and then Denny Hamlin spins. There we go again. A little slow mo of Kyle spinning. That's what happens when you put slick tires on a wet racetrack. And then we see Denny right here lose it. He had a little bit of time to slow it down so you didn't crunch the wall. And by this time, they didn't even have the shot of Truex Jr.
No.
So, yeah. Can't remember how to do all this. Kill that one.
Gotta stop sharing
there
it.
we go. Actually, it would have been worse if they would have had traction compound there, Tom. To be honest with you. But now we're really going to get into this because we got another piece.
Knowing that you had a shot, start.
That I want to play for you. This is I don't remember who, one of the announcers for one of the pit road guys for NBC getting ready to interview Kyle Busch.
Yes.
So this will be just over. You'll just hear the audio.
Yes.
Like we did earlier.
We've been talking about it for 2 laps and it was raining. There's no sense in saying what I want to say. It doesn't do you any good.
How frustrating are these situations knowing that you had a shot starting on the pole and at one of your better racetracks, Kyle?
I mean, we're done. We're going home. It's over. You know, there's no fixing that thing. I mean.
Why?
Hashtag poking the bear.
Huh?
Hashtag poking the bear.
So at that point, I actually agree with Kyle.
Yeah, I do too.
And I'm going to try to do this one real quick because I noticed we can get there. So let me just click on NBC because I noticed they do have Martin's. Hopefully, I'm not actually getting audio. So they don't have Martin's in-car camera. This ain't working. Or they don't have Martin's deal. But anyways, as you heard Kyle there, I can't blame Kyle Busch.
I can't either.
And then I can't blame him for not saying what he wanted to say.
Yeah, because
I mean, he really wanted to throw NASCAR under the fucking bus.
he did.
But he played nice.
He did.
He didn't do it. Let's see here real quick. There's one more video here. I gotta get down to it if it'll load up fast enough, because it actually shows Martin's in-car camera and then his the roof cam at the same time going into turn 1.
Yeah, and
on lap 6.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the thing is no matter what you do, you're on slick tires, regardless of this traction compound or not. You're not going to. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. It ain't going to matter. There's going to be no grip, no traction. So let's try this one again. We're not going to build a full screen the way I want to, but let's at least let you get a chance to see this video. And it's loading up right now, so of course it is. All right, so here we go. Maybe. Play. So here's the roof cam. That's Martin's inside cam. And you see right about here, he searched. Okay, this is the lap before. So this is lap 5. So you can see he did lose a little bit there. Oh no, here's 6. There it is, right there. Right there, he's searching for grip. This is the way he was just jerking those freaking wheel. And there's nothing he could do. Nothing at all.
There wasn't.
Nothing at all.
No.
So it's unfortunate that NASCAR actually threw a green flag on a wet track. And before we move on, before I turn Kimmy loose, before we let the bear, because obviously she's growling, because that means she's got more shit she wants to say. It's got nothing to do with trash compound finally, but it's got to do with NASCAR throwing the green flag on a wet track. No? Yes, Kim?
Yes, it does. It does.
And then one other thing I want to get through too is once we get done with. All right, so now you're going to hear Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jeff Bird and Steve Letarte talk to Steve O'Donnell, who's head of NASCAR, Executive VP and Chief Racing Development Officer for NASCAR.
Constant communication.
Well, thank you for coming up here, Steve, and being able to. You've heard a little bit of what the drivers are saying out there on the racetrack, and you can give us your perspective, NASCAR's perspective, from the booth up here.
Yeah, certainly an unfortunate situation of what we just saw, but we can only go by kind of the pre-race discussions we have before the race. Kip Childers, who drives our pace car, constant communication with him before the race starts. Are we good to go? Even the lap before we start and we go green, Kip gave us the all clear to start that race. And then as the race started progressing, right before Kyle got loose in turn 2, obviously on wet track conditions, the communication to us was from the flag stand that we're seeing some mist. In any normal circumstance where we hear that, our next call is to the pace car, which is in turn 1 here. Are you seeing anything on your windshield? Drops started picking up. Kip communicated that. As Tim Berman's about to put out the yellow, we look down and the 18 car's already getting loose. So I've been here a number of years. It's the first time I've seen that in terms of how quickly it came upon us. Certainly missed. We've raced in missed conditions before, but the track got slick, obviously, in a hurry, and it was unfortunate what took place.
So, Steve, what do you do now going forward? How do you get with the drivers to communicate to try to make this so it doesn't happen again?
Yeah, a lot of times, we'll be on scanners. We're monitoring the scanners during the race as well. If we hear a lot of chatter from the spotters, obviously we take that into consideration as well. So when we go back out, we'll make sure with the pace car, not only hearing from them, but the spotters. You see us do this all the time too. Thumbs up, thumbs down as we're going to go. We'll put that back in place as well.
So looking at the rest of today's event, any consideration to the drivers or teams that were involved? I know we're not looking at backup cars like an all-star race, but there's a damaged vehicle clock. We have rules of what parts and pieces are allowed to change. Would there be any consideration to allow these guys to maybe make some other altercations to their car to continue?
Yeah, I need to get back over and check with our guy. I know there's some discussions that have been going on, but I'll get back over to race control and see where we're at on that one.
typically when something like this happens, what does NASCAR do the following week? What kind of conversations will you guys have internally about the process and maybe how to streamline it or speed it up? And how will the drivers play a role in that?
Oh, they always play a role in it. So we'll be talking to the drivers during the week, and I think that was our normal process. Obviously, in this time, we had some challenges of what just happened, but the communication from our standpoint was really quick from the flag stand to the pace car. We'll just employ some more things up in the spotter stand and make sure that communication continues in as real time as possible.
All right, so there we heard from Steve O'Donnell, talking about pretty much their pace car driver said there was no problem with the track. Unfortunately, we had the drivers constantly talking. Martin, I know Martin talked about it, that on lap 5, he got on the radio, said it's wet, 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 wet. So obviously NASCAR's not listening again, and I don't know what the hell Steve O'Donnell's talking about. We started races before with Misty Tracks, because every time we started, if he's talking about fucking Texas, we did the same goddamn Texas last fall. We did the same fucking thing where we destroyed cars going into turn 1. And morning, Hannah.
Morning, Hannah.
So, I'm sure everybody's just watching your facial expressions.
Yeah, I know.
They're just waiting. Just waiting. NASCAR throws green flag start a 300-lap race, and after 6 laps, you got to throw a yellow flag because we're not just a little bit of water coming down. There's a lot of fucking rain coming down, and 3 cars spin out. 2 of them are championship contenders, who are also first and second, who are taking over the or who are entering that corner for the first time with no lap cars in front of them, because obviously the race just barely started, and they both go in full speed. Well, actually, no, because I'll take that back, because Kyle Busch did say that he let off, well, a little after the flag said he told himself not to be so dramatic.
Yeah.
And Martin said the same thing. He let off early too. Yet they both went in there and they got hooked up on a wet track and they went around and tagged a wall. What says you about starting races on the mist or whatnot? Do you have an issue with this?
Yes, I do. NASCAR is a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of idiots. You do not just listen to this stupid pace car saying that there is no rain on the track. The pace car's not on slicks. Your race cars are on slicks. Your drivers are the ones that mean everything. If you want to not kill a driver, don't frickin' drop a green flag when it's raining.
Frickin'? What's with this frickin' shit? You trying to hold back the F-bombs?
Yes. Do not sit there and tell me that you've learned something when you fucking have not learned anything. You have not fucking learned anything at all. You don't listen to your drivers. They were shouting on the radio, rain's coming, it's wet, but yeah, you dropped the fucking green flag. And as far as not having backup cars because there's no practice or no qualifying, that's fucking bullshit too.
Why?
Because it could have been avoided, 1, if the fuckers wouldn't have dropped the green flag. 2, if they would have had backup cars, at least Kyle and Martin could have started at the back and came forward.
I don't think they would have. They've only done that once, and that was for an all-star race.
Yeah, I understand.
Which is funnier than fuck, right? Okay, hold it, right? NASCAR says, well, we got to learn from this. Or, they said last year, we got to learn from this. Okay, well, we threw a green flag in an all-star race back in 2000-something, and Jeff Gordon and a bunch of fucking cars drove down to turn 1 at Charlotte, fucking hit the goddamn wall.
Yeah.
And wrecked about 8 fucking cars, and NASCAR's like, I guess you guys can pull out backup cars.
Yeah.
So here NASCAR's never learned from a mistake yet.
No, they haven't. Because all they're doing is they're fucking letting their TV providers dictate their time. This could have all been avoided if they would have just not even flown, not even have put the green flag out to go. And because of that, one darn good driver, and I'm not saying I like him because my driver's Martin Truex, but one driver was out even before his race started. The next driver had so much damage.
You're talking about Kyle Busch was out before the race. Because, Kyle said we're going home.
Yeah. Kyle was out even before the race started because of NASCAR's bullshit. My driver, Martin Truex Jr., they could do what they could to repair it.
He finished 12th, though.
And they did. And yes, he did finish 12th. But it's bullshit that they threw the flag anyway. Because not just one, not just two, but 3 drivers spun. 3 drivers spun. There could have been much more of a disaster.
Oh, yeah. Even Blake, because even they even talked to Ryan Blaney during it, and he said that, had he not seen the leaders spinning shit, he would have went in there still full bore.
Yeah, and there could have been more than just 2 cars that were wrecked. Yeah, on Sunday.
This is a goddamn thing. It was good. I mean, the thing is, was everyone in back, from everybody from, let's say, Danny Hamlin, but even fucking before Hamlin, right? Everyone behind that, because Truex and Kyle got off to a good start.
Yeah,
they had a pretty good gap to chase Elliott.
Yeah, which was a good thing.
But even if you saw in that thing, you saw the 9 car drift up.
Yeah.
So even Chase hit a wet patch.
Yeah.
And everyone else is getting, they're getting their spotters are going, track's wet, slow it down.
Yeah.
Back it down. And they're telling them to slow it down.
And to have O'Donnell sit there and blankly say that they talked to the base car driver and that we're going to learn something from this is bullshit, because they won't. They will not. They're not going to learn anything until there is a fatal accident at one of these tracks.
Again. But we haven't had a fatality at a track since 2001.
Yeah. They're aiming for another one.
At NASCAR. At a NASCAR track.
Yeah, they're aiming for another
race.
one. They're aiming for another one because it goes right back to Dakota. Right. It goes right back to Dakota. That race shouldn't even have took place, period.
Not with that fucking rain.
No. It was damn lucky they didn't kill a driver then. Then they turn around and they throw a green flag for a wet race, knowing that it is wet.
A mist.
Yeah.
It literally said, it was misty.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's my thing is one thing what they're not talking about, and this is what we're going to talk about. Did we race there last year?
I don't think we raced at Hampshire last year.
I don't remember. Anyways, they've used PJ1 on this track before.
Yes.
So there's remnants of the PJ1 still on this track.
Yeah, which then you have the rain and it's slicker than snot.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't believe we went with the same fucking. Yeah, it's slicker than snot. So then you got slick tires on.
Yeah.
Which are no grip.
No.
Because they got to have the dry track to make grip and heat to make grip. Yeah, it was another NASCAR clusterfuck.
It was.
Or as Kel had recommended a few. I don't remember what was that. That was the fucking Coda race. What the fuck, NASCAR? Or WTF NASCAR?
Yeah, exactly.
It's another WTF NASCAR moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, twice in one season.
Yeah, actually 3 times in one season. Because there could have been a truck accident could have been avoided too.
You got me there. Okay, you got me there. I forgot about the truck incident at Charlotte.
Yeah, that could have been avoided too.
That could have been hella avoided.
Yeah.
If they would have been looking at watching the fucking track.
And the other thing too is it later came out that one of their NASCAR officials said it was raining and the track is wet. They didn't even listen to their NASCAR official.
No, that's why I think it's funny. So what we need to talk about, or we need to show, was right after that, obviously they come around the first time around, Martin dives in the pit road. They're looking at the car trying to see what they can do. Splitter's fucking broke.
Oh, yeah.
Partial broken. And then they come around again. As they come around again, where they're going to red flag, Kyle Busch is tagging the fucking pace car.
Yes, he is.
And I'm pretty sure he's giving him, because he knows that Chip, who's driving the pace car, he fucking is the one who says no, go or no go.
Yeah.
And to hear Steve O'Donnell say, well, maybe we ought to start going back to our thumbs up things we used to do with the spotters. Like, why do we even stop that?
Yeah, exactly.
I understood like what Jeff Burton and all them were talking. They couldn't tell during the red flag. They talked about it that they couldn't tell it was raining in the booth. because it wasn't raining. That it was barely coming down. It wasn't coming down that section of the track. It was really just coming down in turn one. And it's, I mean, you saw after we come out of the turn one on watching Martin's camera on YouTube, because they had his in-car cameras for the whole race.
Yeah.
You watch it. When he comes out of that, he checks it down the back straightaway, make sure he's got grip. Yeah. And he go into 3 and 4, and one drop hits the fucking camera.
Yeah.
But nothing major.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though.
And it doesn't get heavy until just past the start-finish line when that's when they fucking both tagged. You see Kyle spin first and then goes around Martin.
Yeah, it's like, where the fuck are you? Who's looking at the fucking radar? Is nobody looking at the fucking radar?
Well, that was the thing, though. I mean, everybody did talk about it was a pop-up shower. So, in other words, it's one of those showers that probably, I mean, and maybe Kel could even, she might be able, because of the fact that I know she does some weather type stuff, she might be able to talk to this a little bit more in the chat. But they talked about it was just a pop-up shower. Did it just all of a sudden just poof up over the track and there's no radar for this? Or is there radar and somebody just not paying attention?
I say somebody was just not paying attention, because even a pop-up shower.
Right?
Yeah.
Kel brings up going spray mist over a kitchen floor, then try to walk across it. Guaranteed you go flying. What were they thinking?
Exactly.
I have no idea what the fuck they were thinking. So, but yeah, but because they all talked about it. It was just a pop-up shower.
Even a pop-up shower is bad news for a NASCAR race. Right.
But if you can't see it coming on radar, then how can you call a fucking red? I mean, I understand you got one. If they would just watch their fucking in-car cameras, they would have thrown it they would at least start checking lap 3.
Yeah.
With people around the track.
But the thing is if you classify it as a pop-up shower, that means that it popped up on the radar. Why were you not paying attention to that radar?
Well, okay, so this is where F1's better. Because F1's got people watching all the cameras, all the in-car cameras. They got people watching fucking radar.
Yeah.
They got people paying attention to all the chats, all the radios.
Yeah, all the chatter from the drivers.
Right, listen to the drivers, because obviously F1 don't have spotters.
No, they don't. They don't.
First of all, we have not listened to DBC, Door Bumper Clear episode from Monday. No. So we don't know what the spotter boys are talking about yet.
Yeah, we don't know it from a spotter.
Especially TJ, who spots for Joey Logano.
Yeah.
And Freddie Kraft, who spots for Bubba Wallace.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear their fucking take on this.
Oh, I know.
But let's get into the race itself. And we're just going to touch on, I'm just going to read this kind of quick little bit. You got any more to add?
No. Are you going to let them know about when you touch on it, does it tell you about them cutting it short due to darkness?
Well, if it doesn't, you just blew that one. Yes, the race was shortened because of darkness. Now, we'll talk about that. So, stage 1 was won by Ryan Blaney, 12 car. Stage 2 was won by number 2, Brad Keselowski. At that point there, NASCAR came across. Well, NASCAR had actually told them after they come back from the actually, let's talk about one other thing real quick. Back up. Right, back up. So just before the red, they call the drivers back to their cars. Okay, as they do that, your team, your number 19 team, they get on, they get prepared. They got everything they want. They got all you didn't see this, but I did live on the show, on the race. They got all this shit ready to go. They can't work on a car during red.
No, they can't.
Again, F1 allows it, NASCAR don't. Which is bullshit.
I agree.
I think we all let them work on these cars during red flags.
I do too.
There's no harm or foul letting these guys work on their fucking cars under a red flag.
No.
I mean, that would take away the little 5-minute clock for a wreck. And why they didn't give like Martin Truex Jr. or even Kyle Busch's team a chance to have like a 10-minute clock.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Or say, fuck it, you know what? Just work under the red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. That's bullshit, because they got officials staring at them
I know,
the whole time they're there. They got officials staring at them.
What's he doing there, bud?
Yeah.
Dude, did you see Kyle yell? Did you see that fucking, not Kyle, but one of his crew members?
What?
Fucking when, just as they bring the cars down pit road before Kyle, I mean, Kyle's throwing shit out of the car.
Yeah.
Right? And throws his fucking But just before that, one of the team guys comes over and is screaming at that fucking official.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh dude.
Oh yeah.
I see. My problem was I would have been suspended at that moment from NASCAR.
Yeah, I know.
I would have decked that fucker.
I know. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people that had to report to the principal's office that day.
I don't know. Kyle got the fuck out of there. He took a plane home.
Well, he's one that didn't have to report to the
He's gonna
principal's
go to the
office.
principal's office in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or after the
exactly.
Olympics.
Exactly.
Anyways, so your guys, so Martin Truex guys were looking straight at the flag stand, because where their pit stalls were, they could look straight over across at the flag stand.
Uh-huh.
And the minute that red flag went out and they put the yellow flag out, they went right to work to get that fucking car ready to go. Which they did a pretty good job on it.
They did.
I mean,
He
obviously
actually
it wasn't
ended
as
up in
good as
the
it
top
would be.
12, top 20.
So anyways, NASCAR had told the teams, due to the fact that we're up against darkness, again, this is why we start these races too fucking late.
Yeah, that's
New Hampshire doesn't have lights.
No, and apparently they're not required to have lights because apparently
It was a deal
that's what I was going to say. It was a deal with the community that they made with the community that and New Hampshire won't have lights.
Well, Pocono don't have lights.
I know, but if you don't,
do you want them to put lights at Pocono?
I don't think lights would fit at Pocono. Anyway, if they don't have lights,
It would look fucking weird.
If tracks don't have lights,
I
they
don't want Pocono to have lights
I
because
don't either.
it's like Wrigley Field without lights. Oh wait, that's right. They added lights to Wrigley, assholes.
The thing is if you go to a racetrack that you go to multiple times, and it has no lights, then don't fucking start the race at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Right, but again, that is TV.
Exactly. Again, it goes back to NASCAR being dictated by TV.
Well, what I mean, really, what we should do, I mean, is I don't have an issue with races starting 11 a.m. Eastern.
I don't either.
For day races. That's 8 a.m. out here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, if I wanted to watch a NASCAR race, or even in the 80s, I had to be up early in the fucking morning if you wanted to watch them.
Exactly. And if you can't be up that early because the night before you've had a little too much to drink with your friends,
Too bad. So sad for you.
That's right. That's why they invented DVRs.
Well, exactly. Well, back then we had VCRs.
Well, VCRs, yes.
Now they got DVRs.
Yes.
Or you can just watch the shit on demand.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a fucking concept.
Exactly.
Hence why, no, we won't go there. I was going to say something about Big Brother, but we won't go there. No, I was going to say just like why Big Brother or, the live show, eviction show should be fucking live across the United States.
That's where I knew you were
because
going with
I get the results on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I don't have to watch a live show when it comes on at 8 p.m. our time.
No. And
anyways, we're not talking about Big Brother. So your guys did that. So NASCAR is pretty much telling these guys once we get to darkness, when we get to the point where it gets too dark, we're just going to say 10 laps to go. We're going to run 10 laps. Any cautions come out, we won't go into overtime.
No.
So in other words, if there's 2 laps left, caution comes out, the race stay on the track until you get the white flag, like we used to do.
Yeah.
And then come back around and get the checkered under caution.
Yeah.
We're buttoned up against the darkness because I think darkness that day was 8:21 Eastern Standard Time. And by the time by the time we ended stage 3, we had an hour and 20 minutes left to go.
Yeah.
But you also had dark overcast. You had dark clouds overcast.
Yeah.
Which then changes your time of sunset.
It does.
Sunset may go down at this time, but you may lose light sooner.
Sooner, yeah.
So anyways, after that point, pretty much after the stage 2, when Keselowski won, NASCAR tells them, be prepared.
Yeah.
We run it down to, 18 laps to go?
18 laps to go, yeah. So they were only...
18 laps from the end of the race. NASCAR comes over and says, straight up,
10 laps left.
10 laps left. And in that 10 laps, we watched Christopher Bell hauling ass trying to catch Erica Almirola. Unfortunately, Erica Almirola won the Foxwoods Resort Casino 301 NASCAR Cup Series race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. He held off number 20 Christopher Bell in the closing laps. The race was cut just 8 laps short,
which is good,
of the scheduled distance due to darkness. The The win is his first win of the year. First in New Hampshire and third career win for Eric. Eric secured a position in the playoffs with the win.
Yeah, which he needed it. He needed the boost because his season this year hasn't been going exactly the greatest.
Right.
For him.
I'm just reading this off of jski.com. Bell, number 20, Bell finished second, followed by number 2, Brad Keselowski, followed by number 22, Joey Logano, number 12, Ryan Blaney. Good showing by Team Penske.
Yeah, exactly. Very good showing.
Then followed by number 4, Kevin Harvick. Then number 5, Kyle Larson. By the way, if you couldn't tell, that second place was a Toyota, and the rest of that till you got to Kyle Larson were all Fords.
Yeah.
Fords finally had a showing.
Yeah, finally.
Number 42, Ross Chastain finished behind Larson. Number 48, Alex Bowman finished next, and Denny Hamlin probably finished out the top 10.
Yes.
Pole sitter Kyle Busch led the field of green under damp conditions as a light mist turned into a drizzle shortly after the green flag fell. As Busch led the field on lap 6, he spun, hit the wall as the wet track began to lose grip. Busch's Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, number 19, Martin Truex Jr., and number 11, Denny Hamlin also had issues and spun. Hamlin didn't hit nothing where we saw Truex did hit.
Yeah.
Busch's day was done, and he finished 37th. The rain had set in at the point, and the red flag was displayed for an hour and 41 minutes.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So let's see if I can get some playoff points here.
Yeah, while you're getting player points, I'd still like to know who.
Player points?
Playoff points. I'd still like to know who raises those lobsters because that lobster was bigger than Eric.
Okay, so we don't have. You gotta be shitting me. So they still run this as a normal points standing thing. We don't run it like. Damn it! I want the NBC one.
Yeah, that lobster's huge.
The lobster?
Yeah, it was bigger than him.
Oh, big fucking lobsters up there.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know.
I need to give him steroids.
I think they do to have him that big.
I need to give him some roids.
Yeah.
Just saying.
To have him that big. I mean, I've seen big lobsters come out of New England waters, but nothing that big.
And of course, there's no way really. Yep. So it's all by driver standings until. Well, that's fucking stupid. We run a playoff stuff. Oh, there we go. Playoff points. Nope. NASCAR don't want to give a fuck about playoff points.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, that was one huge. I couldn't believe it. Huge, big lobster. It takes probably a massive cake pan to cook that sucker, and that'd feed a whole banquet of people with as huge as that thing is.
Right. All right, here we go. ESPN looks like they've got it. Let me just turn the volume down in case I hit something. All right, based off, yep, here we go. Top 16. So top 16 drivers will be in the playoffs. Playoffs. We are what?
We are
4 races.
Four races away from the playoffs now. Yep.
So Kyle Larson with 4 wins is still your current leader. Truex with 3 wins is second. Alex Bowman is third. Fourth is Kyle Busch with 2 wins. Yep. Chase Elliott, William Byron. Chase Elliott has the 2 wins. William Byron, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Christopher Bell, Michael McDowell, and Eric Almirola all have 1 win. Will all make the playoffs, leaving right now current points champion, overall points champion Denny Hamlin in 14th if the playoffs started today.
Yep. With
Kevin Harvick in the 15th position.
Yes.
And Tyler Reddick in the 16th position. Below the cutoff line, you have Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Matt DiBenedetto, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, Ryan Preece, Ryan Newman, Cole Custer, Corey LaJoie, and Anthony Alfredo is in the top 30. After that, you cannot be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So, with 5 races to go,
4
races to go. My wife keeps trying to remind me of this stuff.
4 races.
4 races, not 5. 4. forward. We'll look at the current schedule. And coming up, we have
Watkins Glen.
On August 8th, obviously we're off now 2 weeks.
2 weeks Olympics, if they have the Olympics.
No, they're not going to change the NASCAR schedule now. We don't come back until August 8th.
No, I said if the Olympics are going to be televised due to what's going on.
Televised.
Just due to what's going on over there.
We're not talking about the Olympics. August 15th will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course.
Yes.
Not the Brickyard this year.
Which I'm surprised because they usually have the Brickyard.
We're going to run 8. We're still going to do 200 miles.
On the road course.
82 laps.
Oh, God.
Well, what do you mean? We're doing 220 miles at Watkins Glen. That's 90 laps.
Oh, wow.
Then August 22nd, the Cup Series goes out to Michigan to MIS, Michigan International Speedway.
Woohoo. I'm so happy for that one.
And then we finish the regular season on August 28th at Daytona International Speedway for what used to be the July 4th race.
Yes. And then we start the playoffs at Darlington.
September 5th at Darlington, the track too tough to tame. So again, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 races to go.
4 races.
If 4 races to go with 3 places left in the standings.
Oh, yeah.
That could get interesting.
That could get very interesting because there could be 3 more new people or it could be repeat winners.
Right. Daytona is a wild card race because of the restrictor plates.
Yep.
So that's a wild card. And really, when you come down to it, so is the 2 road courses.
Yeah. The 2 road courses are wild cards too.
So this could get interesting.
It could. It really could.
We get 3 new winners. That pretty much will knock out everybody but Hamlin, because no matter what, I guess the regular points or regular season points leader, regardless of having wins or not, will get moved in. So we'll end up with 17 into the
playoffs. Yes.
Otherwise, if we get a bunch of people with first wins, say we get 4 new winners, someone's not going to be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Actually, 2 people probably wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
With having wins.
Yeah.
Which would be the first time in this current format of playoffs.
Yeah.
But other than that, Kim, it's been exciting.
Yes.
So that means, God, you realize that means we don't have a racing podcast now. We don't have an episode next week for racing.
No, because even F1's off for 2 weeks too.
Right.
So, because they're not coming back till Hungary.
So.
And Hungary's just before the winter or summer vacation.
Well, I don't want to take a break.
I don't either, but I can tell you what we could do it on.
What do you want to do it on?
Well, didn't you say something about doing it on Traction Compound?
You want to do a full episode on PJ1?
What was your idea?
Traction Compound?
What was your idea?
No, I'm just asking.
Well, it's an idea. We don't have to. What did you have?
I mean, we can talk about it. We can talk about the history of it and why it's been used in the first place. And now I think after New Hampshire, NASCAR is realizing we don't need it.
Because after New Hampshire, they figured out
it was a good fucking race.
It was. They finally figured out that, oh my gosh, we actually have talented drivers and we don't need Traction Compound on the track to let the drivers show their talent.
Woo!
Whoa.
Oh, damn. So I guess we'll come back next week at 5 a.m.
Yes, we will. And we'll just announce what we'll be doing.
No, we'll do it on Traction Compound.
I know, but I don't think we can do a full episode on it, though.
Oh, I don't know about anybody else in the chat, but I'm pretty sure Kimmy will give us a full episode of ranting.
Most likely.
All right, Hannah. Be safe at work. Love you guys too. Love you up there.
I'll be there.
Yeah, no Kel will be there. Tom will be there too. But yeah,
Well, I know you wanted to do it on the off season, but we've got a 2-week break.
Yeah, we got a 2-week break, and I really don't want to talk about the Olympics because I don't foresee.
I don't foresee them being telecasted.
No, they're going to be telecast. NBC's going to show it.
Yeah, but I don't foresee it being a really good.
Well, I mean,
real good
there's no
turnout.
fans. There's no fans, so it's not going to be really.
Exciting.
I mean,
and
I think that's going to be harder for the athletes.
Yeah, and depending on how many athletes wind up with
COVID
is.
Yep, and it's got 3 more hours left to go.
Yep.
Driving a haul truck.
Yep.
Fucking. What is it? Like a 3-story house? 2-story house?
I think it is.
3-story?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Hannah needs to take a picture during the daylight or I get somebody to take a picture of her standing next to it when it's parked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, send it to us and we'll slap it up on our social media.
Yeah. But yeah.
Or she can just do it to use and abuse and show everybody.
Yeah, because as these athletes wind up with COVID-19, there may not be any games that are going to be worth watching.
Yeah. Okay. Kel's already hearing that they're starting to drop out one by one with COVID.
Yeah.
Was that what you're hearing too?
Yeah.
I knew of 2 positive tests. That's all I knew in the Olympic Village.
They're all.
And I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, they're all starting to drop out. That's why I said.
I know the Japanese. I know a lot of Japanese people. The Japanese people actually don't want to have the games happen. They want it postponed again.
Yeah, and I know at one time, I know people were coming across social media saying the United States should boycott them. But yeah, with this COVID-19, they're dropping out.
2-story houses in the haul truck.
Oh wow! Holy cow! Yeah, that's about what it is. It's a huge one. I've seen the old ones before they became modern. So, well, they have electric ones now. Unless they still have the diesel ones.
They still got diesel ones.
Those diesel ones were huge. The tires were huge too.
Well, so are the fucking electric ones.
I know.
The electric ones ain't much fucking.
Yesterday,
smaller.
the U.S. tennis player can't remember the name.
Whoa. Wow. I'll have to look that up. We'll have to talk about that tonight on the
other one.
On the main show, which again, let's go ahead and flip-flop this over since we're done with the racing part of it. We'll just hit this little button down here, and we got episode 111 tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about KISS Part 2, which it touches a little bit more on 1979.
Yes, it does.
But we're going to go from 1979 to the start of the end of the road tour.
Yes, we are.
Which really glosses over a lot of fucking years.
It does. It really does.
Anyways, I'm not going to say nothing until later tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not going to say anything until later tonight.
I know.
But yeah. Other than that, yeah. I don't know, maybe I need to put a thing out. And what time is it right now here?
It's 3:55.
3:55, so or 4 o'clock, pretty much 4 o'clock in the morning. So another 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
If I stay up for another 2 hours, you can watch Jeff Bezos go into space for 11 minutes.
I have issues with that.
Well, I had issues with friggin' Virgin dude calling it going. I mean, I understand you're partial weightless, but I don't know. I mean, to me, you gotta be in orbit.
You do.
That's my opinion.
I mean,
my opinion. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We can talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I say let's get the show off. Get the show over.
Yeah.
We will go to somewhat bed.
Yes, we will.
I mean, it really sucks when the show's over because it just makes you just.
Oh no.
But at least one thing we don't hear no more. You've got mail.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, I never heard that because I never had AOL.
I didn't either.
And but yeah, until tonight's episode.
Scott, Kim, and Tom.
What?
Have a good sleep, Scott, Kim, and Tom.
Oh well, it hasn't popped up on this. Oh, there it goes. And with Kel saying have a good sleep, Scott, Kim, and Tom, we're gonna say peace. And until tonight,
Game over, man. It's game over.